Chosen one, listen with your whole heart, because heaven has already spoken over your life. The struggle that has weighed on you has reached its conclusion. I want you to hear this clearly, because if you allow distraction or doubt to pull you away now, you could overlook a moment that carries a blessing prepared especially for you. A change has already begun, and nothing can reverse what I have set in motion. The conflict that has tested your faith is no longer defining your future. What you are about to enter is the fruit of every silent prayer you offered, every tear no one else saw, and every decision to keep trusting me when nothing around you seemed to make sense. This is not merely a promise for some distant day. It is a reality that is already unfolding. Even if your natural eyes have not yet seen the full picture, stay with me, because I want to reveal the deeper meaning behind everything you have endured. The weariness you have felt and the hope that has remained alive within you were never in conflict. They were signs that you were approaching the moment where everything was about to change. If you believe this word is for you, type Amen in the comments. You have often wondered why the pressure seemed so relentless. You questioned why certain nights felt so heavy and why familiar battles appeared to return again and again. I allowed those seasons because there were qualities I needed to develop within you and strength that could never be formed through comfort alone. What looked like delay was never rejection. It was preparation. Every challenge was shaping you for the victory that now stands before you. The battle that once surrounded your life has already been settled where you could not see it. And the evidence of that victory is beginning to appear in the world around you. What is unfolding now is not an accident. It is my confirmation that the season has changed. Before we continue, take a moment to gently like this video. Your support helps this message reach others who may need encouragement. And it is a simple way of expressing your faith in what I am speaking over your life today. The change you sense within your spirit is real. You are not imagining it. A deep peace is quietly taking the place of confusion. Confidence is rising where fear once tried to take control. What you are experiencing is the beginning of a new season, one marked not by endless struggle, but by the assurance that I have already gone before you and secured the path ahead. This is how you will know that the battle is truly over, because you will no longer feel the same resistance that once drained your strength. I have gone before you and handled what you could not see, and I have closed doors that were never meant for you to walk through again. The victory was not something you had to earn alone. It was something I secured for you. There were moments when you thought you were losing, when you believed the weight was too much, and the outcome would not change. Yet, even in those moments, I was working behind the scenes, aligning things in ways that you could not understand at the time. Every delay had a purpose. Every struggle carried a hidden outcome, and every tear was counted. Nothing you went through was wasted, and now you are stepping into the evidence of that truth. This is the beginning of what you prayed for. You must understand what it means when heaven announces your victory. It means that the decision has already been made, and what follows is simply the unfolding of that decision in your life. You are not waiting for the outcome anymore. You are walking into it. This is why you feel a pull to move forward, even when your mind tries to remind you of the past. The past no longer holds authority over you because I have removed its power. Type yes to receive. The battle being over does not mean you will never face challenges again. But it means this specific struggle that has defined your season has reached its end. It will not return in the same way because you have already passed through it and gained what you needed from it. You are not the same person who entered that battle, and because of that, the battle cannot continue. You have been transformed. And that transformation is your protection moving forward. I see the moments when you felt alone, when you wondered if anyone understood what you were carrying. I saw the strength it took for you to keep going, even when no one else was watching. That strength was not created in vain. It was shaping you for what is coming next. You are about to step into a season where the weight you carried will be replaced with purpose, and the pain you felt will turn into clarity. What once confused you will begin to make sense. There is a reason why things are starting to feel different now. The tension is easing because the outcome has already been secured. You may still see remnants of the old battle, small reminders of what you went through, but they no longer have the power to stop you. They are simply echoes of something that has already ended. Do not give them more attention than they deserve, because your focus now belongs to what is ahead. You are moving into a space where peace will begin to guide your decisions. Not the kind of peace that ignores reality, but the kind that remains steady even when things are shifting around you. This peace is a sign that I am with you, that I have already prepared the path you are walking on. You do not need to force anything to happen, because what is meant for you is already in motion. Trust the movement you cannot fully see. There will be moments when you will look back and realize how far you have come. And it will surprise you. You will see that what once felt impossible is now behind you, and what once felt heavy has been lifted. This is what victory looks like. Not always loud and dramatic, but steady and undeniable. It settles into your life and begins to shape everything around you. You are entering that kind of victory now. Could a hidden part of your brain be influencing your ability to attract money? A Columbia study linked to CIA research points to a small brain mechanism activated through a simple 7-second ritual, backed by 4 neuroscience labs. This method is helping people move beyond financial struggles into more balanced lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, owning luxury cars, and finally taking luxury vacations. However, this page might not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. Do not let doubt try to follow you into this new season. Doubt belongs to the battle you have already left behind. It has no place where you are going, and it cannot survive in the presence of what I am doing in your life. When it tries to whisper old fears, remind yourself that the outcome has already been decided. You are not fighting for victory anymore. You are living from it. What comes next will require you to walk differently, not with hesitation, but with confidence in what I have already done. You will need to trust the peace you feel, even when it feels unfamiliar. You will need to move forward without looking back for confirmation, because the confirmation is already within you. I have placed it there as a reminder that you are not alone. The victory that has been announced over your life is not temporary. It is not something that will fade or be taken away. It is established, rooted in what I have done, and it will continue to reveal itself as you move forward. You are stepping into a season where things will begin to align in ways that feel natural and right. This is the reward of your endurance. I need you to understand this clearly, because it will change the way you move from this moment forward. You are no longer trying to win something. You are walking inside a victory that has already been announced. That means your posture must shift from striving to trusting, from fear to quiet confidence. There are things that will begin to fall into place without you forcing them. Doors that once resisted you will open with ease, and situations that once confused you will suddenly become clear. This is not luck. This is alignment. And it happens when the battle is no longer active. You will notice that what used to drain you will no longer hold the same power over your energy. Instead, there will be a sense of flow, a feeling that you are being guided rather than pushed. Type 777 if you trust God. You must be careful not to return to old patterns now that the battle has ended. Sometimes the hardest thing is not fighting the battle, but learning how to live without it. You became so used to surviving that peace may feel unfamiliar at first. But this peace is not a trick. It is not temporary. It is a gift I have placed in your life. Let yourself rest in it without questioning whether it will last. There were voices around you, both inside and outside, that tried to convince you that this struggle would never end. Those voices are now being silenced because they were never aligned with what I had already planned for you. The truth is stronger than those voices. And the truth is that your victory was written long before the battle even began. What you experienced was not meant to defeat you. It was meant to reveal what was already within you. Now that it has done its work, it has no reason to remain. You will begin to see changes in your environment that reflect this new reality. People may treat you differently. Opportunities may appear where there were none. And your perspective will start to shift in ways that surprise you. This is how victory manifests, not always in one sudden moment, but in a series of changes that confirm something has already shifted. Pay attention to these signs because they are reminders of what I have done for you. They are not random. They are intentional. There is also something deeper happening within you. The weight that once sat on your heart is lifting, and in its place, there is a growing sense of clarity. You will start to understand things that once confused you, and you will see connections that were hidden before. This clarity is part of your reward because it allows you to move forward without the same uncertainty that once held you back. It is a sign that your mind and spirit are aligning with the truth of your victory. Type 2222 to receive miracles. You may wonder what comes next now that the battle is over. What comes next is a season of rebuilding, but not in a way that feels exhausting. This rebuilding is guided, supported, and filled with purpose. You are not starting from nothing. You are starting from experience, strength, and a deeper understanding. Everything you learned during the battle will now serve you in ways you did not expect. Do not rush this season. There is no need to prove anything to anyone, and there is no need to hurry into the next thing. Allow things to unfold naturally because they are already aligned with the outcome I have set for you. When you move with patience, you will see that everything arrives at the right time. This is the rhythm of a life that is no longer controlled by struggle. There may still be moments when old fears try to return. They may come as thoughts, memories, or sudden feelings that seem to rise without warning. When this happens, do not panic, and do not assume that something is wrong. These are just remnants of what you went through, and they will fade as you continue to walk in your new reality. You do not need to fight them. You only need to recognize that they no longer define you. I want you to begin seeing yourself differently, not as someone who is constantly trying to overcome, but as someone who has already overcome. This shift in identity is important because it changes the way you respond to everything around you. When you see yourself as victorious, you will no longer react from fear or insecurity. You will respond from a place of strength and assurance. Why are so many people talking about the billionaire brainwave? A leading neuroscientist says it was identified during a private program based on CIA research. This 7-second ritual, confirmed by 4 neuroscience labs, helps align your thinking with better financial outcomes. Many are moving away from stress into improved lifestyles with dream homes, luxury cars, and the freedom to enjoy luxury vacations. But This discovery may be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is gone. There are blessings that were waiting for this exact moment. They could not fully enter your life while the battle was still active because they required a level of peace and stability that had not yet been established. Now that the battle is over, those blessings are moving toward you. Some of them will come quietly, while others will be more noticeable, but all of them are part of what has been prepared for you. You will also find that your relationships begin to shift. Some people will come closer, while others may drift away. This is not something to fear. It is part of the alignment that follows victory. The people who remain and the ones who enter your life now will be more in tune with where you are going. Trust this process, even when it feels unfamiliar. What you went through has given you a deeper level of compassion and understanding. You will now be able to help others in ways that you could not before. This is part of your purpose, and it will begin to reveal itself as you continue forward. Your experience was not only for you, it was also for those who will be touched by your journey. In this way, your victory becomes something that extends beyond your own life. Do not underestimate the significance of this moment. It is easy to move forward without fully recognizing what has just taken place. But I want you to pause and understand that something important has shifted in your life. The battle that once defined your days is no longer active, and that changes everything. You are free to move in ways that were not possible before. From this point on, your focus should be on growth rather than survival. You have already survived what needed to be survived. And now it is time to build, to expand, and to step into new opportunities. This is where your energy belongs. Not in looking back or wondering what could have been. Your future is where your attention should be. I am with you in this new season. Just as I was with you in the battle, the difference now is that you will begin to see my presence in ways that you could not before. There will be moments of clarity, peace, and guidance that remind you that you are not alone. These moments are not small. They are confirmations of the path you are on. Continue walking forward with trust. Even when you do not have all the answers, you do not need to understand everything to move in the right direction. What you need is faith in what has already been done, and a willingness to keep going. When you move with that kind of faith, you will find that everything you need meets you along the way. Now you are entering a phase where your steps will begin to feel lighter, even if your surroundings have not fully changed yet. This is because the weight you carried was never meant to stay with you forever. I removed it at the moment your victory was secured, even before you could see the results with your eyes. What you are feeling now is the beginning of freedom, and it may feel unfamiliar because you have not lived in it for a long time. But this is where you belong, and this is where you will begin to thrive. There is a difference between surviving and living, and you are crossing that line now. For so long, your focus was on making it through each day, holding on and not giving up. But now your focus will shift toward building something meaningful, something that reflects the strength you have gained. You are no longer reacting to pressure. You are creating from a place of peace. This is what happens when the battle ends and the victory begins to shape your life. Type 1010 to receive blessings. You will notice that your decisions begin to change. Where you once hesitated, you will now move with clarity. Where you once doubted yourself, you will now feel a quiet confidence guiding you forward. This is not arrogance. It is alignment with who you have become. The person you are now carries wisdom that was earned through experience, and that wisdom will guide you in ways that feel natural. There are things that you once chased that will no longer interest you, This is not because they lost their value, but because you have grown beyond them. Your desires are changing, your priorities are shifting, and your vision is expanding. This is part of your transformation, and it is necessary for where you are going. Do not try to hold on to what no longer fits, because it will only slow you down. You may also find that you are being drawn toward new opportunities, new ideas, and new directions. Pay attention to these nudges, because they are not random. They are part of the path that is opening up for you now that the battle is over. You do not need to have all the answers before you take a step. You only need to trust the direction you are being led in. Each step will reveal the next. There will be moments when you reflect on everything you went through, and you will feel a deep sense of gratitude. Not because the struggle was easy, but because you can now see its purpose. What once felt like a burden will begin to look like a foundation. It has shaped you into someone stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what lies ahead. This is how your past becomes a tool instead of a weight. Type 111 if you believe. What if the real reason most manifestation methods do not work has finally been explained? A top neuroscientist linked to CIA research says, without the right brainwave, results stay inconsistent. This 7-second ritual, supported by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people approach money differently and improve their direction. Many are now stepping into dream homes, buying luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations they once thought were out of reach. But this information might not stay available online. Click the link in the description and comments before it gets removed. I want you to understand that your victory is not just about you. This victory is not only for your own life, it is also part of the influence you will have on those around you. There are people who will look at your journey and discover hope because they will see what I have brought you through. Others will find courage in your perseverance and be inspired by the faith that carried you when giving up seemed easier. Your testimony holds a purpose far greater than you realize, and its impact will continue to reach lives you may never even know. You will also begin to experience a deeper closeness with me. My presence will no longer seem distant or difficult to recognize. The distractions that once clouded your heart are fading away, allowing you to hear my voice with greater clarity. You will sense my guidance more consistently and discover a peace that comes from walking closely with me each day. This is one of the beautiful gifts that follows the end of a difficult season. When the battle is over, the relationship grows stronger. You begin to recognize my faithfulness in ways that were impossible to see while the struggle was still unfolding. Do not spend your energy looking backward, wondering how life might have been different. Every season you experienced served a purpose. Every challenge contributed to your growth. Every difficult moment helped shape the person you are today. Constantly revisiting the past will only draw your attention away from the future I have prepared for you. Keep your eyes fixed on what lies ahead. Your future holds greater promises than anything you have left behind. And that is where your hope should remain. You are entering a season where life will begin to unfold with greater harmony, relationships, opportunities, and blessings will no longer require endless striving or constant pressure. As you continue trusting me and faithfully taking each step, you will see many things begin to fall into place naturally. This is what life looks like when you are walking in the victory I have prepared for you. Instead of constant resistance, you will begin to experience greater peace, clearer direction, and a steady sense that I am opening the right doors at the right time. It may feel unfamiliar at first because it is so different from the seasons you have known before. Do not be surprised if there are moments when you wonder whether such peace can truly last. It is natural to question what is unfamiliar after living through so much struggle. But never mistake this new season for coincidence. What is unfolding in your life is not the result of chance. It is the fulfillment of my faithful work, patiently carried out through every step of your journey until this very moment. It is the result of a process that has been unfolding in your life for a long time. You are simply stepping into the part where the results become visible. There are also lessons that you will carry with you from the battle. These lessons are valuable, and they will help you navigate what comes next. They will remind you of what you are capable of, and they will keep you grounded as you move forward. Do not forget what you have learned, because it is part of your strength. You are not alone in this new season. I am walking with you, guiding you, and supporting you every step of the way. There will be moments when you feel uncertain, but that does not mean you are lost. It simply means you are growing. Growth often comes with discomfort, but it also brings new possibilities. As you continue forward, you will begin to see how everything is connected. The struggles, the lessons, the growth, and the victory are all part of one journey. Nothing was separate, and nothing was meaningless. It was all leading you to this point where you can step into a new way of living. This is your time to move forward with confidence. Not because everything is perfect, but because you know that the outcome has already been secured. You do not need to fear what is ahead, because I have already prepared the way for you. All you need to do is keep walking. There is a strength within you now that cannot be shaken easily. It has been tested, refined, and proven. This strength will carry you through whatever comes next, but it will also allow you to enjoy the peace that follows the battle. You do not have to be on guard all the time anymore. You can breathe, you can rest, and you can live. What you are stepping into is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a new chapter, one that is shaped by victory, guided by purpose, and filled with possibility. Stay open to what is coming and trust that it is aligned with everything you have been through. You have come too far to doubt now. You have seen what you are capable of, and you have experienced my presence in your life. Let that be your foundation as you move forward. Let it remind you that you are not walking this path alone. There is a quiet rebuilding happening within you that others may not fully notice. Your thoughts are becoming clearer. Your emotions are becoming steadier. And your reactions are becoming more grounded. This is not something that happens all at once, but it is happening consistently. You are being restored from the inside out, and that restoration will begin to reflect in your outer life. What you carry within will shape what you experience around you. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. There were parts of you that were worn down during the battle, parts that felt stretched and tested beyond what you thought you could handle. I am restoring those parts now. I am bringing back your strength, your clarity, and your sense of direction. You are not just moving forward. You are being renewed. This renewal is important because it prepares you for what is ahead without carrying the weight of what is behind. You may begin to notice that your energy is returning in a different way. It is not rushed or forced, but steady and reliable. This is because you are no longer using your energy to fight something that has already ended. Instead, your energy is being redirected toward growth, creativity, and purpose. This shift will allow you to do things with less strain and more ease. There will also be moments where you feel a deep sense of peace that seems to come without a clear reason. This peace is not random. It is a sign that you are aligned with what I have done in your life. It is a reminder that you are safe, that you are held, and that you are moving in the right direction. Let this peace settle into you without questioning it. Type 222 to claim miracles. Have you heard about the private group of neuroscientists working on brainwaves connected to money? A top researcher revealed this work was based on CIA studies not meant for public release yet. The result is a simple 7-second ritual validated by 4 neuroscience labs, now practiced at home. Many who once struggled financially are now living in dream homes, owning luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could disappear without warning. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. As you continue forward, you will start to recognize how your perspective has changed. Situations that once felt overwhelming will now feel manageable. Challenges that once felt impossible will now feel like something you can face with confidence. This does not mean life will be without difficulties, but it means you will not be the same person facing them. You have grown, and that growth changes everything. There are also opportunities that are beginning to form around you. They may not all be visible yet, but they are taking shape. Some will appear in ways you expect, while others will come in ways that surprise you. These opportunities are connected to the victory you are stepping into. They are part of the new path that is opening for you. You must be willing to say yes when the time comes. Not out of pressure, but out of trust. Trust that what is being placed in front of you is aligned with your journey. Trust that you are capable of stepping into it. Trust that you do not need to have everything figured out before you begin. Each step will bring its own understanding. There will be people who notice the change in you, even if they cannot explain it. They will see a difference in the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, and the way you respond to situations. This difference is the result of everything you have been through and everything you are becoming. It is a quiet strength that does not need to be announced because it can be felt. At the same time, there may be people who do not understand your growth. They may try to relate to the version of you that existed before the battle ended. This is where you will need to stand firm in who you are now. You do not need to go back to make others comfortable. You are allowed to grow, and you are allowed to move forward. Your journey has given you a deeper awareness of what truly matters. You will find yourself valuing peace over chaos, clarity over confusion, and purpose over distraction. These values will guide your decisions and shape your path. They will help you stay aligned with what is meant for you. There is also a sense of direction that will begin to settle in your heart. It may not come as a loud or dramatic revelation, but as a quiet knowing. You will start to feel drawn towards certain paths and away from others. This is my guidance working within you. Follow it with trust. Even when it feels subtle, you are not being asked to rush into anything. This season is not about urgency. It is about alignment. It is about moving in a way that feels right, rather than moving out of fear or pressure. When you move in alignment, things will begin to flow more naturally. You will find that what is meant for you meets you without struggle. There is also a healing taking place within your heart. Old wounds that once felt fresh are beginning to close. Pain that once felt sharp is becoming softer. This healing is part of your victory. It allows you to move forward without carrying the same emotional weight. It frees you to experience life in a new way. Do not be surprised if you feel moments of joy that seem to come out of nowhere. These moments are reminders of what is possible now. They are glimpses of the life you are stepping into. Let yourself experience them fully without holding back. You deserve to feel the fullness of what is being given to you. As you continue on this path, you will begin to see how everything is coming together. Pieces that once felt scattered will start to connect. Situations that once felt random will begin to make sense. This is the unfolding of your victory, revealing itself step by step. You have been carried through something difficult, and now you are being led into something better. This transition may take time to fully understand, but you will feel it in the way your life begins to shift. You will see it in the way things begin to align. Keep your focus on what is ahead, not on what is behind. The past has served its purpose, and it no longer needs your attention. Your future is where your energy belongs. It is where your growth will continue, and where your purpose will unfold. You are not the same person you were before this journey began. You have changed in ways that cannot be undone. This change is your strength, and it will carry you forward. Trust in it, and trust in the path that is opening before you. You may notice that your reactions are no longer as intense as they once were. Situations that used to pull you into stress will now feel distant, almost as if they no longer belong to you. This is not because you are ignoring reality, but because you have been lifted above the weight of it. You are seeing from a higher place now, a place where clarity replaces confusion. This is part of the victory that has been given to you. Type 777 to affirm your belief. There is also a growing awareness inside you that you are being guided. It may not always come in words, but in a quiet sense of knowing what feels right and what does not. This is how I lead you forward, not by forcing you, but by placing direction within your spirit. As you continue following the direction I place before you, you will discover that your journey becomes marked by peace instead of constant resistance. What once demanded endless effort will begin to unfold with greater ease because you are walking in step with my guidance. Do not overlook the quiet promptings I place within your heart simply because they are gentle. My direction is often revealed through peace more than pressure. Learn to trust that still, steady voice, even when it seems small. Many people are exploring a simple 7-second practice based on research into brainwave activity that some sources associate with former CIA studies. According to its supporters, and with findings referenced from 4 neuroscience laboratories, the method encourages a healthier mindset toward recognizing financial opportunities and making wiser decisions. Some participants report improving their lifestyles, purchasing beautiful homes, driving luxury vehicles, and enjoying vacations they once believed were beyond reach. If you would like to learn more, be sure to visit the link in the description and pinned comment before the information is no longer available. The road before you is not something to fear or endlessly analyze. I have already prepared the way, and I will continue leading you one step at a time. You do not need to understand every detail before you move forward. I will reveal each new step when the time is right, and every season will provide exactly what you need to continue. This is how I will lead you from now on, not through confusion and constant struggle, but through steady progress and growing confidence. You will also begin to notice that certain things you once held tightly are becoming easier to release, not because they were necessarily harmful, but because they no longer belong in the life of the person you are becoming. Letting go is not a loss. It is part of making room for what I have prepared next. What leaves your hands creates space for greater blessings to enter your life. If you are ready to receive miracles, type yes in the comments. You are entering a season in which the peace I have planted within you will begin to shape everything around you. The calm growing inside your heart will influence your conversations, your decisions, your relationships, and even the atmosphere you carry wherever you go. Others will sense that peace even if they cannot explain where it comes from. It will become part of your character. People will recognize a quiet strength in you, not because you strive to impress them, but because my presence within you is becoming more visible. The peace you have received will no longer remain hidden inside your heart. It will overflow into every area of your life and become a blessing to everyone you encounter.